So we just got done watching the Garfield movie. You know, the one, that came out like a little while ago and you know, the newest one. So, and it's got everyone's favorite super high energy, high octane, clearly has a very, very, very wide vocal range that he's perfect to just voice any character whatsoever. I mean, the chops on this guy, let me tell you, he could easily, very easily narrate the dictionary and put you to sleep in less than 5 minutes flat. Why need melatonin? Why need a sleep aid? Why use aromatherapy? Why use any of that when you could just have him talk to you for like a couple minutes, maybe read you a bedtime story, and you'll fall asleep pretty quick. And then in the morning, you'll be like, wow, thanks, Chris Pratt. I got the best sleep of my life last night, all because of you. Yeah, that's the first negative right at this movie, right at the bat. Now that I sat through this, and, I'm glad I rented this for free thanks to some Prime Video credit. But, yeah, no, Pratt, I love you. You're a great action star, don't get me wrong, but you're not a great voice actor. You didn't do great in the Mario movie, and you certainly did not kill it here as Garfield. Now, I get the irony as to why you were probably cast for this film, thinking, oh yeah, someone in Hollywood must have saw you in the Mario film too and thought, oh yeah, well, dang, well, what's the most, like, lazy, like, mundane, almost kind of cynical character we could have Pratt voice to get him a little more cash in his paycheck? Oh yeah, Garfield. Well, turns out Garfield has actually a bit of a personality in the comics, in the cartoon series, multiple cartoon series, even in other animated projects and movies. Like, Garfield actually has a bit of a character to him. So someone didn't really do their homework, and as such, it just felt like Pratt's performance was really just more or less like, Mondays are awful. Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat lasagna now. Olive Garden Walmart product placement. Ah yes, Mama Miani's Italian place. I have daddy issues. I have daddy issues. I have daddy issues. You weren't there for me, Father. Father, why did you abandon me? Pizza, pizza, ravioli, spaghetti. Food, cheese. Bury me in cheese. But I mean, if you get past Pratt's really cookie cutter, boring performance, the movie's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. I mean, the animation's actually pretty smooth on it, and for a Sony animated film, I liked it. I liked a lot of the animation, and I liked specifically a lot of how they tried to really emote some of the characters, but again, not really. They tried. They did try, but like, it just, there wasn't that much energy into like a lot of the emotions. On top of that too, you could have done this whole movie without John the entire time. He was only there to basically set up the origin story, if you will, of Garfield as a kitten. And I think like a few scenes here and there to just be like, oh no, my cat and dog are missing. Better get on the hotline. And nothing happens for like half the movie with him. And then Garfield and Odie just kind of come in and out of the house like 3 or 4 times now at this point. And even in the movie, John's just kind of like, did I do something wrong? What did I do? Like, I thought I was just being a good pet parent, but my cat's bailing on me at least 3 times, like the hussy he is. So, I don't know. The whole angle of, like, Garfield's childhood trauma and troubled past with his dad is really depressing, and we should feel bad for Garfield because, you know, his father abandoned him, but actually, really, what it was is that Garfield's stomach forced him to abandon his old dad. Yeah, no, I feel no pain whatsoever in spoiling the movie for you a little bit. Basically, half the film sets up to be like, Dad, you left me behind and abandoned me for lasagna and cigarettes. And then the dad's like, no, that's not what really happened. And if you just listen to me for 5 seconds, I'll tell you what happened. And halfway through the film, it shows you what actually happened. And turns out Garfield is just a bratty kitten and a bratty child and just wants food. So, like any other cat. It's built up as this big emotional scene, but I'm going to save you the time. I felt no emotion whatsoever with it. So, granted, okay, sure, I'm probably not the core audience for this movie. I'm not even the target demo for this film. This is something you, I guess, take your kids to see, but I've seen other kids' films with better depth and emotional storytelling than this. And on top of that, where's Garfield's mom? If you're going to do the whole missing parents abandoned me angle, why just the dad? Why not do it like both mom and dad? What, did we just assume that the mom just died giving Garfield birth? Or just ran away? Or just, I don't know, went to Europe? Don't know. So, this movie was just not great, if I'm being honest. The only great thing was just the animation. Some of the slapstick is funny. And, I mean, Odie was cool, even though Odie was just sort of just there, just to help keep Garfield out of trouble. All the voice acting was cool. I'll give it that. You know, minus Pratt. You know, Samuel L. Jackson was cool to hear. Snoop Dogg was cool to hear. A lot of the other cast and crew was nice to hear. And yeah, there's a few tiny occasional sprinkles of cameos and Easter eggs sprinkled into the film because Garfield, but Garfield doesn't have lore per se, and if there is Garfield lore, then it's like, I don't know, the size of like a small sandwich or some filling in a quesadilla. It's nothing to really write home about. Oh yeah, big spoiler, Nermal shows up at the end. Okay. Wow. We were supposed to be impressed by a cameo from Nermal, but so I don't know. This movie could have been better. So I was originally going to try and see it in theaters, but I never got around the time to rent it or go buy a movie ticket or do anything. And then, I don't know, I clicked on an ad on my Fire TV and it was like, here's a $5 Prime Video credit. Why don't you go rent a movie? And the rental was like $4.99 on Amazon Prime Video. So I watched it. So, is there much better Garfield stuff out there in the ether to watch? Yeah. Go watch Garfield and Friends. Go watch the actual animated series. Go even watch the actual CGI show, the Garfield show. There's at least some better moments in that. Or, hell, just go read the Garfield comics. Go read the comic strips or just something. So, was this worth your time? Nah, this is a pass. Unless you're that desperate for new Garfield content, it's very passable and serviceable at best because of the fact that the animation's nice and there's some slapstick. There's not really a whole lot of humor per se other than like, ah ha ha ha, Garfield's in pain. Ah ha ha, wacky situation. So, I don't know, man. This one's a pass. Sorry, not all these reviews are going to be, positive, but what are you going to do? So, later.